Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, o see them yopo.
Mema wakwaba ede ba PENDREAM TV so make sure say obe subscribe to channel no click bell so say the news to our sabe to me aka ntem no watie afa so make sure say obe like na wa comment no share ama afoforo so nsaka na comment section ho so no opese wo kire wa adwen obetimi ede wa adwen kire ato honom na amanfo so anya bia kenkan na onim say PENDREAM TV there eye nsem a ekoso wo Ghana yam politics mu ne ede ba na yasaka ya ne ede abranti na so me video I saka pese no che na ye dey ba nti me mo modern astro so obehwe video we amana si awie na wa kire wa adwen e comment section na say yenko video.
Something else which didn't come directly from his engagement with the media, but which sprang out of the media, of the media encounter, has been this issue of the possibility of a debate. And whether he should engage in a debate with Vice President Bawumia, who is the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. And I've heard a lot of party people say that he should not engage in a debate. And I'm wondering why? Why not? Why not? Any attempt to avoid a debate will create an unnecessary and harmful impression for many people in the streets and so on. If you don't take part in a debate, the conclusion is that you cannot hold your own, you cannot defend your stance, and so on. So I think it would be a terrible mistake, really terrible mistake, if former President John Dramani Mahama is forced, to pull out of any debate. And I think it's going to be such a terrible mistake because John Mahama is an extraordinary individual. And you know him, everybody who knows him. He can think on his feet. He has all his facts at his fingertips. And he seldom makes goofs, So he's a good debater. I mean, look, even against current President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, so he did very, very well. And one of the strong points of Nana Akufo-Addo then was his eloquence. You understand? And John Mahama came up very, very strongly. I think that against somebody like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, it will be a walkover for him. And nobody should dissuade him from participating in the debate. I mean, if you know him, I have known him for some time.
Would you moderate it?
Who?
Would you moderate
Me?
it? Yeah.
I don't think I've been invited to moderate it. It's not a job that I'm looking for.
Should it happen, would you?
I don't even want to think about it, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
But the point I'm making is that it will be a huge mistake if he refuses to debate Mahmoud Bawumia and so on. I think it will be a very big mistake,
Kwesi, what do you say to this? On the 21st of October, 2016, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was the MPP vice presidential candidate. He's advised President John Mahama to try debating ordinary Ghanaians who over the course of 8 years have become victims of his incompetent governance and who have seen a drastic worsening in their living and working conditions under the NDC. Now speaking in Sangban in the Tatale Sanguli constituency in the northern region, it was a Friday. It says, quote, the president says he likes evidence. The evidence, however, shows that since 2000, his tenure as president from 2012 to 2016, he has been the worst performing president in terms of Ghana's economy. And that is the evidence, as I showed in my recent lecture. In obvious response to President Mahama's newfound appetite for a debate, Dr. Bawumia advised the president to try debating the people of Ghana in various sectors, as the people are in the best position to tell him how his governance has impacted on their lives. Quote, today, John Mahama says he wants a debate on the economy. Now I want to challenge him to come to Sangban and debate with the people of Sangban on the economy. He should tell the people of Sangban what he has done for them in the last 8 years. 4 years as vice president and 4 years as president. He should tell the people of northern Ghana what he did with the SADA money. He should go and debate with businesses that have collapsed because of Dumso. He should debate with farmers who cannot buy fertilizers because of his policies. He should go and debate with businessmen who cannot access loans because of high interest rates. Now he says that he should debate with teacher trainees who are not paid allowances because his government has refused to pay the allowances. He should go and debate nursing trainees. He should debate the unemployed. Our youth who cannot find jobs because the economy under him is collapsing. He should go and debate cocoa farmers whose farms are collapsing because of the collapse of the mass cocoa spraying program. He should certainly debate with people who cannot afford to pay electricity bills or water bills. And touching on the failure of the government to respond to his September 8th lecture on the state of the Ghanaian economy, Dr. Bawumia observed that the government has not been able to respond to that lecture because they cannot stand the truth. Quote, the president should go and debate with the people of Ghana who are suffering. That is where the real debate is. When I presented my last lecture on the economy, I presented facts and figures. I made 170 statements, at least in that lecture. Now, instead of responding to that lecture, he and his vice president are running away from those facts. If they want a debate on the economy, they should start with responding to those 170 facts in my lecture. They don't want to because they cannot. They cannot stand the truth. They cannot stand the facts. End of quote.
You know, Randy, I mean, this morning I was having a WhatsApp conversation with our friend, Kwame Sifakai. Last night, indeed around 11 p.m., I saw a post of a leaflet with a statement attributed to him that he did not go to the John Mahama press engagement because he was afraid that he'd be sacked as a member of the board of the Energy Commission or something to that effect. And I sent it to him. And his response was that, look, we are in the silly season.
Yes.
I mean, the first time that this thing really struck me, this thing about silly season, there's a season in which otherwise reasonable men and women lose it completely.
They go lose it.
They lose it completely. And they talk a lot of balderdash. You understand? And I think that perhaps this is one of those seasons, you know. This whole idea that if former President John Dramani Mahama wanted a debate, he should go and debate cocoa farmers and taxi drivers and so on. Really? I mean, really? Who has his head screwed on properly? Who can say these things? The debate is for ordinary Ghanaian people, those who are going to vote and so on, to weigh the contestants, to see what they bring, to see their vision, to see whether they are truthful to fact and so on, so that they can cast their votes properly. The debate is not between presidential candidates and vulcanizers and cocoa farmers and palm wine tappers and so on. That's not what the debate is about. It's a presidential debate. Yeah. And I think that Dr. Bawumia was completely wrong then. Completely wrong and justified. His position was completely unjustified. And anybody who holds that position today falls into the same category as Dr. Bawumia. Anybody. You understand? Now, why, Randy, something is beating me. It's actually killing me. Why do our politicians want to copy themselves? Even when they are telling us that their opponents were wrong, are wrong, and are not worthy of our attention. That's basically what they're saying is that, look, this is what Dr. Bawumia said in the past, so we'll use it against him. By so doing, you reduce yourself or raise yourself to his level. If you are different, be different. If you didn't want a debate, and you want a debate, you are showing us that there's some difference. You understand? But if you also come 2024 and tell us that, oh, Dr. Bawumia, you should go and debate vulcanizers and palm wine tappers. What's the difference between you and him? There's no difference. That's the point I'm making. Those who want to beat their opponents ought to show that they are substantially different from their opponents. Repeating what your opponent said 8 years ago puts you and your opponent in the same category. That's the point I'm making. A presidential debate, to be honest, does not settle everything. You cannot put everything that will happen in the next 4 years within a time space of 3 hours. It is not possible. Okay? It is not possible. So a presidential debate does not tell us everything. But at least it is a window to the, if you like, cognitive ability of the participants in the race. You know, it's a window which enables us to see the frame, the mental frame of the contestants. It's a window which enables us to test the honesty and sincerity of the contestants. And the Ghanaian people should not be denied this opportunity. From 1992, I've always had a problem with presidential candidates who run away from debates. And this time round, I don't want to see any presidential candidate running away from any debate. Let them slog it out, let them argue, let them bring out their counterfacts and analysis, and let the people decide who they want to vote for. This clamor for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama not to participate in a debate would do a lot of harm to him. And I would fully object to any such suggestion. He must debate.
Okay. So
everybody must debate.